Good morning. Good morning from a windy day in Texas, boy. Woo, it is something else. I don't know what's going on. I hadn't even looked at the weather to know, but man, is it windy. One of the things that we're gonna do today is my uncle's waiting for me. He's got some concrete rubble, and I want to put it in one of my gateways over in the field over there. Hey Mel, you need to get the key to this four-wheeler. It's in there. And we're gonna ride over and meet with him, show him where to dump some concrete out in the field at a gateway there that gets super muddy. The cows all congregate there all the time, and so anytime he gets rubble like that, I either put it in overflows on ponds to keep it from being a washout, or I'll use it in a gate or something like this. So I'm gonna go meet with my Uncle Gary and his guys, let them unload that, and then check my cows while we're there. Then we've got to go down and secure the rent house today, finish changing all the door locks on it, measure for some broken windows, go get glass cut. Yeah, it's just time we got to deal with all those things again too. So right now, I guess I better get on this four-wheeler and get the rolling. So that right there, they are about to build 3 new houses here on this property out on this beautiful field. I've looked at field my entire life, and it's all going to change now. It's right down the street from us. It's all changing around me. They're going to build high-end homes and shoot the values up higher and higher, and it's going to raise our values higher and higher, and we have to pay accordingly in the property taxes because of this. It's just driving us out of here. I own all the property right behind them too, 52 acres behind them. Maybe they want to buy my 52 acres because it's sickening to see all this happen. Hello, girls. Yeah, I don't know why they're running around so today. Old Bull said he's just gonna rub his neck here.
I really noticed the boys always go last, always behind.
I did have this place right here leased, but I turned it back. Had a lot of weeds and thorns in it. I don't know, I didn't like it, but it was handy. It was right across the road from 52 acres I own. But man, I got so many flat tires in that place. So many flat tires in there. But they didn't have any ponds on it, so I couldn't put cows over on it. All I could do was bale hay and it's kind of like, you know, I guess it was a fair enough deal. They're getting a free mowing and I'm getting hay. But man, I was one short end of the stick, and then she come up wanting me to be the one to poison all those thorns and cut them off the fields and all that. I said, shoot, that's a lot of dang work, and you're already getting a free mowing. It costs quite a bit to mow this size of property. They hire somebody, and you know, I wasn't no fool. I said, no, I won't do that. I'll just pass on the place. And then she said, no, we'll be the ones that poison it. We'll do all of it. Just stay there because they liked us. But I said, no, I think I just don't want the responsibility of it. I turned it back, and she sold it right after that. And they're building a road in there right now. You can see them putting rock, and there's a maintainer there right now. And I hear they're fixing to build a house up in this place too. So that'll be the end of that farmland as well. My cousin's place right here. It's his pecan orchard, one of many he's got. And he didn't own this little square up in the corner, but he recently bought it. And we cleaned some stuff off here for him that where an old house was at. And he's planted it in young pecan trees now. Got him a little irrigation system set up on it. Those are all those paper shell pecans. He's got tractors set up. He's got to do it. Shakes those trees and makes all those nuts fall. Things that harvest them off the ground. I think like a vacuum deal that sucks them off the ground. This property here, that building there is new. This just been put in. That place sold for $1 million for that property. Then this property right here was, it neighbors up to me. I own the 40 acres next to it there. I think it was maybe something originally like 19 acres. And a friend of mine that moved to Mississippi had it. Well, he built the house that's up on the hill right over there. He was originally from Mississippi, so he wanted to go back closer to home anyway, near his mom and his family and all. So he sold the place, and he sold it to people we went to church with, and I think they gave maybe something like $120,000 or something, and they did some upgrades to the property. They built a big old deck on the side. They built a big barn and put a metal roof on it, repainted it, planted a bunch of nice trees and stuff. But over time, they had his wife had a sister and husband that wanted to move, I think, from California here. So they sold them a corner out of the property. Man, I can't remember how much it was. Maybe, I don't know if it's 10 acres, 5 acres, 7 acres, something in a little old corner right here. I don't think it's 10 acres, could be. And they built that big custom brick home and this barn right here. Well, they actually got nearly everything they paid for the property, or a good chunk of it, that they paid for the whole place back out selling that corner. And they weren't here no time, and they decided they didn't like being here. And after they sold them a piece out of their property, and they moved back to California, this place sold for 300 something thousand, I believe is what it was. Sold again. Somebody bought it, they weren't there in no time. Sold again for 400 something thousand. What was it, only like a year later, right, Mel? The people weren't there very long at all. He passed away, right? Yeah, he passed away, baling hay. And then this has all happened recently. And then another guy come in and bought it, and at that 400 and something thousand, and he did another little extensions on the building, just some awning stuff and all, and that's about it. Did a little remodel up in the house. Spent a little bit of money on that remodel, but not no major bucks. And he put a swimming pool in, and they found a property also, I believe, in Mississippi, and they headed to Mississippi, found a heck of a deal over there, and he sold this. I know it was over 700,000, under 800,000. I want to say something like 775, 785, somewhere in that market. And you see, it's just escalating. They could probably sell it again here before long, and it would probably hit $1 million. It's just this is what's happening here. I noticed my neighbor right here next to me on this side, they have stopped mowing their place. In fact, their tractor's sitting right there on a trailer. It's just sitting there. They've stopped mowing their place, and I wonder if it's because their tax bill, that they're just trying to make it look like dog butt. I really do, because he usually would get out there and mow it, but not now. And I said, you know what? I think they're mad. They got all kinds of stuff parked up around their house up there now and all. These taxes are out of control. Kind of trying to share with you a trend of what's happening here, and I tell you, the prices are just probably going to continue to go higher and higher. We're probably going to end up with California prices. It's directly affecting me. It's directly affecting us here, and how that's directly affecting is, say for instance, I inherited my father's home. It was a brick house built in maybe like 1963 or something like that, on a 2.5 acre lot, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, brick house, 2-car garage. What kind of ended up becoming the norm style house back in the day, that, you know, a lot of subdivisions were built with those houses like that. You know, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 2-car garage, brick home. But it's an older home, and it's, you know, it's got its share of issues. It's getting tired, you know, and the thing, it needs a lot of work. I mean, it needs a lot of work. I need to put a roof on it right now in the worst way. The slabs had to be jacked up on it. It's extremely out of date inside. It needs a lot of work, a lot. But it's probably the worst looking house in the neighborhood because I won't spend no money on it. And I've got it rented out right now. But any move I make, man, it hit me for a higher and higher value. Well, the thing is, just this past year alone, they raised the value again, $100,000 increased value. That don't mean I'm going to get $100,000. It means the taxable value, they raised it another $100,000. So the place in 2018 was valued, I think, at like 70 something thousand. Now don't hold me exact on these numbers, but right at the moment it's valued at like $225,000, and it's in worse shape. It's went downhill because the roof is extremely bad on it. I just keep patching it, and because I don't know if I sold the place, if somebody wants to put any money in that home, they might want a different style roof than I put on it, or they might just want to knock it down and build a new house, because it is a prime area right there in that little neighborhood. And you know, and it's on a paved road and water system there, and there's church right across the street and all that stuff. But the fact is that it has my taxes phenomenal, and now they just incorporated that over there where my dad's house is. So now it's going to have a city tax on top of that, and we've already went through that with a house that we're trying to sell down at the lake right now. It incorporated, and the taxes doubled with the incorporation as well for the municipalities' taxes there. So this is how it's directly affecting us here. But I can take this sale, even a piece of property across the street, which I just love with all my heart. And that's probably the least ag productive property that I have, because it's got so much timber on it, and it's real hilly and ravines and terraces and stuff on it. It's hard to work it. I could sell that and make more money in one whack than I would the rest of my life off these cattle. You know, way more, way more than I would the rest of my life off these cattle.